Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the All About Favor show. I am Pastor KZ, and this is the Walk in Favor Network. My thought for today, and let me say this: all of my topics are they're either inspired from conversations I've had with people, or they come directly from your emails. And some of you have expressed certain things you would like for me to talk about. So that is how I glean my inspiration for my thoughts for the day. And also, I want to shout out, as I said, I'm wearing teams for the professional teams from the state of Florida, and I am representing the Jacksonville Jaguars, located in Jacksonville, Florida, about 45 minutes from Gainesville, Florida, my hometown. So I do root for the Jaguars as well. They had a tough season this year, but they'll get better. Now, today, let's talk about adversity. Adversity, which that's a great segue because the Jags have been going through some adversity. In the Bible, there are several scriptures that talks about adversity, but the book of Romans in the New Testament, chapter 8, verses 35 through 37, and it talks about this. It says, we must depend on God during these times of adversity. We have to depend on God. We can't trust our own intellect, our own thoughts. We got to depend on God during times of adversity. Now, for some of us, adversity is God's way of getting our attention. See, sometimes we go, and go too far, and God has to get some things to get our attention. Meaning, sometimes sickness comes, that's adversity. Sometimes you get under pressure. Sometimes there's opposition. You're being attacked from different directions. Trouble comes. You're going through something. It's a test. It's causing depression, discouragement, frustration. But it's God's way. This adversity you're dealing with is to get our attention. In other words, I like to call it's a wake up call. And some of us, even those of us in the household of faith, we need wake up calls because sometimes we get slack in our prayer life. We get slack in studying the word as we should. We get lax in our fasting. So there's some things that go on in our lives. It's just a test. And sometimes God just want to see how we're going to respond, react to these tests and to the adversity. Adversity can also serve as one of the best motivators you ever had. Sometimes when you're going through adversity, people count you out. But see, that is the time you use that as strong motivation. That's your encouragement. You know what? I'm going through a season right now, but I'm going to get back up. I'm going to come through this. I'm going to come out of this. So this adversity you see me going through right now, I'm going to use this as a motivator, and this going to turn into a testimony, and I'm going to have a praise report after I come out of this, because I am coming out. Adversity strengthens your faith. Adversity, it builds character. This is where God want to see. I want to see who you really are. I hear you talking. I hear you saying, I'm blessed and highly favored. I want to see how you act when you ain't so blessed, when the favor ain't going in your direction. I want to see how you're going to act when you're going through something. See, some people can talk it, but they can't walk it. They can say all of these cliches, or if he bring you to it, he'll bring you through it, and their life a wreck. They sitting up all night long worrying, sitting up all day long crying and crying and crying, but they look good on the outside. God wants to see what you're made of when you're going through adversity. So you can use this adversity as a motivator. And you know what? During these times of adversity, it's when you need to really stop and evaluate the situation. Because some of these situations we create ourselves. It's not always, people like say, the devil giving it. It ain't always the devil. Sometimes you done created this mess. It's that time when you got to stop and evaluate the situation and ask God for guidance and to give you the wisdom that you need to have. Because sometimes we don't always operate using wisdom. And there are times when you got to accept that there's some situations really is beyond your control. But just remember that you are faced sometimes with hardships, with distractions, with distress, difficulties, and unfavorable situations. But I'm telling you today, God can turn any situation around. He can work that thing out from your good from the moment you wake up and up until midnight. God could turn that situation around. He can turn it around. He can flip it. Believe me, it ain't always the way it seems. Things are not always as bad as they appear, but sometimes it comes as a test. Adversity is a test. It might not be bad when you're going through adversity because some good can come from adversity. It might be an opportunity for a breakthrough. It might be an opportunity for another opening somewhere else. So just remember, God can do anything but fail. And when you're going through some of your worst moments, never lose hope, never give up faith. Have your cry, have your meltdown moment, but just know I got to get up from here. Stand firm on your faith. It will turn around. So I want you to remember, when you're going through something, don't worry about it. Pray about it and really put it in God's hand. Thank you so much for watching, and I pray that you got a word today. Share the video with other people. Comment down below if you'd like. Send me an email. Hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe and follow me if you have not already. Y'all, get yourself focused. We're coming to the close of this year. Get some focus going into the new year. Balance your life, and whatever you do, you got to have peace of mind, and always watch as well as pray. I'll see you back tomorrow with your midweek word. Thanks so much for watching.